PATisDOPE, and I'm here with
Sock the Rapper.
Of course. He just told you who he was, and that's the first question I was gonna ask him about his name. You know,
Right.
You got Chance the Rapper, and we got Sock the Rapper.
Yeah, that's ironic, man, because I've been rapping since like '08, and you know, I'm just hearing about Chance out of Chicago, man, and I caught his video, and he's hot. You know what I mean? So it's ironic that'd be tight to do a show with him. You know what I mean? The rapper show, some shit like that. That would be hot.
Sounds dope. Let's talk about the dreads and all this. What can we say? Because you said you're a big fan of what, black movies?
Yeah, I'm a black exploitation fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
70s theme, you know what I'm saying? Real throwback and real authentic to the culture, because you had, you know, the people who were bringing that vision to you were behind the scenes and not just on the camera. And so as far as the look and everything, you know, I just try to represent growth even in my look, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's the beard or the dreads, you know what I'm saying? I don't get my shit done a lot or shaped up a lot, so when you catch it, it's something special.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
So let's talk inspirations. I just heard Vintage Summers for the first time. Vintage Summers for the first time, the project that you will be releasing this week, and by the time everybody sees this interview, it'll be out, you know.
Right.
Let's talk about inspirations behind the project.
The initial inspiration was actually the beats themselves. You know what I mean? Nick gave me some crazy beats with some crazy vibes to them, and when I saw them, I felt like I was like watching a movie as I was listening to it. And so the inspiration came from, you know, the feel of the warmth of the beats, but then the soul of them at the same time. So that's where you get the vintage summer. It's like your soulful classic summer experience, you know, top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? The highs and the lows. You know what I mean? So that's definitely what I wanted to bring to the table and do something original that everybody ain't doing. You know what I mean?
Of course, when I introduce an artist to my followers, and I always ask them struggles and progresses becoming a DMV based artist first, and then, you know, moving up. Like what's been the good and the bad and the ugly in your rap career? You said you've been rapping since '08, right?
Yeah, it's ironic you say struggling and progress. I got that shit tatted on my arms.
Most
The struggle was initially when I started rapping. I was actually in Philly. I was going to Temple Uli, you know what I mean, away from my family, away from my support base. That was a struggle, but I think that led to a lot of progress because I had to be more proactive. I didn't have a lot of people doing stuff for me, so, you know, I had to go get my own equipment and record my own tracks and mixtapes. And then, you know what I'm saying, my manager and roommate at the time, Dom, you know, he's a student too, just looking for opportunities, getting me shows opening for like Wale and Nas and Snoop, and you know what I mean, just off that pure hunger, just because we knew we had to do it ourselves and do it right. So, you know, I've been taking that with me ever since. So coming back home, you know, is basically starting from the ground up again, because, you know, I don't have as much of a following here, even though I'm from here, because I wasn't here to really promote my music when I was putting it out. So, and then, you know, just having the support of my people's made it a little bit easier, you know. So I'm just taking advantage of the opportunity and now trying to bring it home and you know, get my name going here.
Yeah, and that's a struggle, right?
Always.
Because, I mean, you got the top rappers in the DMV, you know, that been grinding and that already have a name. Where do you see yourself in that mix?
As far as the music itself, you know, I feel as confident in my music as anybody should. You know what I mean? I feel like you can put my music up there with anybody, not just here, but anywhere. You know what I mean? That's not a cocky statement. You know, I'm a fan of music, and as a fan, I like stuff that's different. And so I feel like my music is different than anybody else's, and I stand behind it because it's 100% me. So, you know, I definitely feel like with this project, I can, and I have an opportunity and a chance to make a name for myself and for my team who, you know, helped me get here. So that's always been the focus, and just to link and build with other artists. You know, I want to work with all these artists around here, around the world.
Who's number one locally?
Locally, you gotta say Wale. You know what I mean? He set the tone for the entire area and has, you know, given us the chance to have a platform globally, you know what I mean, for our music. And no one was doing it as big as him, and no one is right now. And, you know, he's also giving opportunities to these newer artists now. You know, the Fat Trails and the Shaq Lizzies. You know, he's putting them on songs. He's bringing them on tours. So, you know, just earning that respect. You know, it starts with, you know, investing in your music and being true to who you are. And when it shows, you know, people recognize, and so that's the goal, just to make them recognize.
Most let's talk Vintage Summers again. Like I told you, we listening to it. My favorite track is the Interlude, and a lot of my great artists that well, I classify great the interludes of the mixtapes, the projects, the EPs have to be dope.
Yeah.
So what was the reasoning of going with that for yours?
The interlude comes between a song called Protocol featuring myself and G2 and Hoffa B, and another song called America's Nightmare, which is kind of like a, you know, Black Power, Black empowerment type of song, just, you know, kind of bringing it back to our history. And that interlude drive-through is basically like a transition of going from the party and the, you know, the glitz and glamour to, you know, taking that ride, being on that mission towards that grind, you know what I mean? And, you know, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, no matter how many people you got around you, you still got to live for yourself and make moves for yourself. You know, even if you gotta do them dolo, and so that's basically what it was. Just, you know, hop in the whip, man. Let's go get it. Whatever that it is for you. If it's money, if it's, you know, girls, if it's fame, if it's whatever. You know what I mean? Accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go get it, and sometimes you gotta do it by yourself. So that's all it's about, man.
All right, tell me a little bit about you. You know, kids, favorite rapper, favorite clothing line.
Yeah.
What's personal? You know what I mean? Tell me some personal things.
I do have a 1-year-old son. I got another one on the way. I don't know what it is yet.
Wow.
So yeah.
So this rapping has to pick up.
Yeah, real quick. I am a sneakerhead. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm a little different with everybody else. I kind of had the Jordan phase. You know, I did my phone phase. Now I'm kind of on my running shoe phase. Favorite clothing brand I got, you know, shout out my bro Devin and everybody, Premium Co, man, the Micro Angel pieces, man. These joints sold out everywhere right now. But rocking the Don't Be a Bama, shout out to DC, man. I'm pretty plain with the clothes, be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm more in the jeans and sneaks than I am the tees, but you know what I'm saying? If it's hot, I'll rock it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it blend with the outfit, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I like to do the casual looks, man. Big into boxing, you know what I'm saying? Big Mayweather fan, big Kobe fan, so as far as the basketball go. Of course a big music fanatic, and you know what I'm saying? I mean I just be, you know what I'm saying, doing what I gotta do, man. Just.
So what would it be if it wasn't rapping?
It actually be,
nah,
I ain't gonna say, I ain't no trap nigga, I ain't gonna act like I'm tough, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, like me, I actually be trying to teach. You know what I'm saying? I actually be trying to teach elementary school.
Okay.
You know, even with the music, I try to, you know, speak from a educated youth perspective and, you know, educate people through the music. But, you know what I'm saying, if I wasn't doing it there, I'd be trying to educate the kids somehow. You know what I'm saying? One way or another.
All right, 2 questions.
Yeah.
I asked you a question, and this is my question is plug your Twitter, your Instagram, plug the show that I'm hosting for you at Dodge on Tuesday, plug the mixtape, and you asked me a question.
Okay.
So go ahead and plug yours in first.
Okay. At Sock the Rapper on Twitter, on Instagram. Check me on Facebook as well. Make sure you come to Indulge, October 15th, 8 o'clock p.m. PATisDOPE hosting, Vintage Summer Live. We got G2, we got Hoffa B, we got Rad P, we got Cancun, we got DJ Ki. It's gonna be crazy, man. That's a lot of raw talent in one building at one time. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets, man. Come through and support. And make sure y'all download Vintage Summer when it drops the same evening. We're gonna make sure y'all enjoy it, man. Shout out to Q, the engineer for producing it. Shout out to Nick 80s. Shout out to CJ, Just Heartbreak. Shout out to Von Garcia, Hoffa BG2, everybody that was part of the project, RSVP, BK Soul. Shout out to School, shout out to DT, Tune. Shout out to the whole gang, Fresh ENT, man. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting from day one.
Muddy District behind the camera.
Muddy District behind it. You already know, man.
Your question to me. It gotta be interesting.
It gotta be interesting.
It gotta be controversial.
Okay, controversial. Okay. Biggest blog in the DMV. What's the craziest event you covered in the DMV? And all the events you did. It could be any event. It could be a party. It could be a concert. Just the one that just you left there and was like, yo, I don't know if I want to do this shit no more. Like,
what? Did it make me question my grind?
not your grind, but if it was worth it, just something that just was just so like.
Alright, I got it.
Okay.
And I was searching sometimes I gotta search my name and see what niggas talking about.
Okay.
You know? So a nigga was like, yeah, y'all remember when that nigga Method Man, Curry, PATisDOPE? So we at, where we at? Smokers Tour, but it's 2 years ago.
Okay.
You know, Method Man and them niggas, they don't fuck around, seriously. So I'm asking Method Man, like, you heard of the DMV? He like, you bored? What the fuck you talking about? That's where I pay. Like, what I was asking him wasn't registered in his head. And he snapped. And his mans was a big nigga on the side. Nigga came to me and was like, what the fuck, you playing with us? He thought the DMV was the place where you pay your tickets at. And, you know, I thought I was asking him, you know what I'm saying, did he have racking felonies and all this type of stuff. He didn't know, I guess, the slang.
Okay.
So it kind of, you know, I still put the interview out, nigga. I'll put it out as a joke, you know, niggas bashing me. But that was a time in my life, like maybe 3 years ago, when I was like, all right, well, shit gotta get a little bit more serious. I gotta, you know, do a little bit more research, and these New York niggas don't be playing.
Yeah.
The OG New York niggas do not play, so don't fuck around with the OG New York niggas.
Yeah, that's crazy. You said that. I did when I opened for Nas at Homecoming and shit, like. My manager, he tried to, you know, rap the Nas manager while we was doing the sound. So he was like, hold up, cuz you seen like 30 Muslim brothers averaging about 6'2", 280. Just, you know what I'm saying? So like, I ain't gonna meet Nas tonight, but it's cool. I'm still on the stage and shit. So
How's that, man?
Hey, that's all that matters, man. You progress from now. That's all it's about, man. That's what Finish Summer's about, man.
Finish Summer, Sock the Rapper, PATisDOPE, one-on-one interview. You already know what it is. PATisDOPE.com.
SockTheRapper.com. RZPMTMT.com.
And we out Money District behind the lens.
All right.